Hello, you're 18. I realized I just looked pretty silly with like 12 layers on, but you can imagine it's kind of cold in the house. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're nice and warm before you tuck into this drama activity. So, this task is what we've been building up to for the last couple of weeks. We've been looking at what makes a good poster, what makes a bad poster to advertise a theater production or a movie. And now it's your turn to create your own theater poster. Okay, I'm going to talk you through that process. And I first want you to know it is due next Friday, the 26th of March. So you have today's class, okay, the 19th of March, and that's 40 minutes. Okay, and then next week you have two classes, Wednesday and Friday for drama, each 40 minutes. So we're talking about 120 minutes or 2 hours worth of work that should be going into this poster. Okay, this should not be something that you've whipped out in 15, 20 minutes. Okay, it really should represent a considerable amount of effort. Okay, so don't leave it for the last minute. Spread this work out over the 3 periods so you don't get overwhelmed at the end. Okay, the last thing you want right before your Easter break is to be stressing out about getting an assignment done. Okay, so that said, I've attached 3 files here. I'm going to go through them. Okay, but just in case you're looking at them on your own, okay, here's how to think about these files. Okay, the one that says activity in the title, that says what are you supposed to do. So if you're thinking, what am I supposed to do? That's the one to look at. The one that says research says how you should go about creating this poster. Okay. And then the last one is called assessment. And that says just how are you going to be marked on this? Okay. Now, after this, okay, you will still do another activity called justification. Okay, and that justification, you'll just be explaining how you made some of the decisions to create this poster. Okay, but don't worry about that for right now. Okay, now let's have a look at the activity sheet. Okay, I'll zoom in here. Okay, so theater poster design, it's about the design. In this activity, we will be looking at how to put together a poster for a theater performance. You will complete this using any ICT software that you want, for example, Word, Photoshop, Publisher. If you don't want to use ICT software, you can just draw it, take a photo, and upload the image. Okay, either way is fine. Okay, I'm going to be posting a video for you to show you how you can easily do this using the uh, Pages app, which is on all of your iPads. Okay, but you don't have to do it that way. It's just a suggestion. Okay, one idea. Okay, now the key is you are using any suitable apps on your excuse me. The key is that any suitable apps on your iPad can be used to enhance or create an original poster. That's the key. Or again, you can just draw it by hand. Okay, that's not a problem. You must think of a story, nursery rhyme, or computer game that could be made into a theater production. Okay, so what's your favorite video game? It says computer game here, but any video game. Um, Imagine that that's being made into, so Fortnite or whatever the case may be. Imagine that's being made into a theater production or a nursery rhyme. I'm forever saying nursery rhymes. There's the Itsy Bitsy Spider. Um, there's Little Bo Peep. There's Baba Black Sheep. Okay, so or there might be some other story you want to come up with. Okay, like Cinderella, Snow White, etc. Okay, so you've got lots of ideas here, but you can use another idea. Just make sure it is age appropriate. No 18 plus games. Okay. When making your poster, you must not use an image from a current film. Okay, this is described as plagiarism. Okay, or taking somebody's work without giving credit. Okay, in other words, you can't take somebody else's work as it is and submit that as it is and say that's your own. Okay, you need to design it in an original way. Okay, you can't just draw the same thing that you see on somebody else's poster either. You have to come up with your own idea. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Now let's jump to the next part of this, okay, which is the design research. Now, when you're making your poster, think very carefully about the images and the colors that you use. At the end of this process, you will complete an evaluation or justification. Okay, just a few questions. It's not as complicated as that sounds. Okay, and it will ask you why exactly you chose to organize things on the page the way you did, why you chose the images you did, why you chose the colors that you did for your poster. Okay, so why did you make those choices? Make them on purpose. Okay, on the poster, make sure to display your title clearly. Okay, that's so important that it's really clear what is the title of this production. Okay, and you should also have on there the dates and times of your performance, which you can make up. You also want to put the location. I think that's important. Okay, if you want to include a web address, that's okay, but not too much additional information. You can upload your finished poster in any format. Okay, again, you can do it digitally or by hand. Um, think eye-catching and dramatic. It should be a poster that stops people in their tracks and they say, wow, I want to see that play. That looks really good. But also remember that you'll be completing that evaluation explaining your choices. Okay, just remember that. Okay, now, how are you going to be marked? You're going to get 50 marks for originality. Now, you guys practiced this last week when you were grading other people's work, so this should be familiar. Okay, the more creative you make the poster, the better. Okay, you can take images, different images, and put them together, but what you make should be your own in the end. Okay, now clarity. Okay, it should be simple, clear, and effective. Okay, remember that Narnia poster that we said was not so good because it had too much going on and it was cluttered and it was hard to really take away something quickly and easily about what it was going to be, what was going to be the film. Okay, now finally, your justification. Okay, we're going to get to that. Okay, that's the part that you'll write up. We're not there yet. Okay, so when you're creating your poster, really focus on originality and clarity. That's the key. Make it as original and clear as possible. We can't wait to see your efforts. That's definitely true. I think you guys are a very creative group. Okay, so go ahead and post me any questions you have, and we can check in about those. Okay, I'm happy to help.